Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to speak about the glorious Imperial Knights. I've been sent some information, some point information about some of the new Knights are coming out, and I've also been sent some information about when the Knights are releasing. So let's jump in and let's get started. As always, everything you hear in this video, take with as much salt as possibly humanly possible. Nothing is confirmed until you have the codex or whatever GW says on your actual screen in front of you. So let's start with the so-called release date for the Imperial Knight Codex, which is supposed to go on pre-order on Saturday the 2nd of June, and then the following Saturday, which is the 9th of June, that's when everything gets released. That does make sense because GW always take pre-orders on a Saturday and they release the stuff the following Saturday, so that does make sense. The only thing I'm concerned of about this rumor that it's coming out in June is that AOS 2nd edition is also hitting in June, and they have basically two new armies. Well, I'd say one new army and more Stormcast and stuff. And I'm thinking, will this release take away from the that kind of game being pushed out? So I'm not too sure if it's going to be coming out on the second. Well, sorry, the pre-orders are going to be coming on the 2nd of June. Hopefully, I am completely wrong because there's nothing more than I want than actually getting my hands on this Imperial Knight Codex. If there is any foundations to this rumor, then we'll find out on Sunday, Sunday the 27th of May, because the chat does say that there's going to be a What's Next post on the community site on that day, which is going to be detailing the release of the Imperial Knight Codex. So I'm eagerly awaiting the 27th and eagerly hyped as well because I just need to get my hands on this Imperial Knight Codex. Now let's move on to something else I got sent, and this is point costs of Imperial Knights in the new Imperial Knight Codex. The chap who sent me this said he didn't want to be named, he wanted to remain anonymous, but he actually got the stuff from friends who've actually got their hands on the actual Codex themselves. Apparently they were playtesters, and they gave him the information as he wanted to build a knight list for a tournament which is upcoming for him, and they sent him all the information, and then he passed that information on to me. So the information I've been sent off this chap is getting me very, very excited. According to everything, the Knights have had a massive point drop, an absolute huge point drop, which was my main problem with the Knights, because they were just too expensive for what you were actually fielding on the tabletop. So let's start with the base knight, which is around 285 points. That's without weapons. The warden is currently 466 points with a sword, stubble, and a gatling. Now that is changed to 411 points. That's a point drop of 55 points. That is absolutely huge when it comes to that warden. And it doesn't stop there. We have some new stuff for the warglaive. The warglaive is 227 points with a stubber. In the new cost of that now is 164 points with a stubber. If I was to do some quick maths, calculate in my head real quick, I think that is 63 points reduction, if I'm not mistaken. So if you're taking a warden and one warglaive, you are saving over 100 points. Over 100 points. That is absolutely massive when you come to field some knights on the tabletop. We have some brand new information on the Castellan and Valiant. Apparently these are going to be sharing a kit, so you can make either one out of the Knight box set. And these bad boys weigh in around 670 points each. 670 points each for the Castellan and the Valiant. It says here, shield breaking missiles, one shot. Castellan and Valiant each have 4, strength 10, -4, D6 damage. They ignore an invulnerable save. Wow. If that is true, then that thing is going to be devastating. That is just going to wreck transports or anything that hits. That is going to just explode and murder anything in sight. It says here the shoulder cannons are equal to auto cannons, but D3 damage and a total of 4 D3 shots. It moves on to the Valiant. It says the Thunder Coil Harpoon is a heavy one, strength 16, AP -6, 2d6 damage, reroll hits against vehicles and monsters, plus adds D3 mortal wounds if you cause any damage. Holy Emperor of Mankind, Valiant, calm down. What are you trying to do? Win this war on your own? That sounds absolutely brutal. The Valiant's other weapon is a conflagration cannon. Probably said that wrong. 18-inch range, strength 6, AP -1, 2 damage, auto hits, heavy 3 d6 damage, it says here. Moving on to the Castellan, this is all the Castellan weapons and stuff like that. It says Castellan, it has a Volcano Lance. So remember, I think people are saying like it's like a volcano. It looks like a volcano cannon, like when we saw the videos. No, it's a Volcano Lance. It's 80-inch range, heavy d6, strength 14, AP -4, 2d6 damage. That sounds very, very dirty and amazing. I absolutely love it. And it has a plasma decimator, which has a 40-inch range, heavy 2d6 plasma cannon, it says here. It says each will have 28 wounds. It's strength 8, toughness 8. The chap says, and in the mail, he doesn't want to take any credit for it. He says, take it with a pinch of salt if you want, but very little salt. Info is direct from the datasheet. He makes that clear that all this information is directly from the datasheets. It's up to us to take it as you will. I've always suggested to people that don't take anything in these videos as 100% guaranteed. Always go with the book which is sitting in front of you, which hopefully, according to this chap, is going to be out in June. But I go back to the point at the start of the video, is that Age of Sigmar 2nd edition is in June. You got to have all the new Sigmarines coming out. You got to have that new, like, what they call Death or something. They're all going to be coming out in June. So I don't really see a Knight Codex coming out in June anytime soon. I am hoping that it does come out in June instead of which I see July, because June is just going to be Sigmar, and me as a 40k player, it's just going to be a boring month for me. If you're a Sigmar player, then of course it's going to be amazing for you. You get a new edition, 2 new armies and stuff like that. But if they manage to slip in the Knight Codex and all the the new Knights of Castellan and the Valiant and all that kind of awesome stuff, then I'm definitely going to be impressed with GW in that month. It just leaves that what's going to be coming in July. Maybe we'll get Rogue Trader in July. Maybe that opens the door for that. But who knows? This is the information I've been given. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm going to go. Yeah, thank you for listening. Let me know what you think below. Do you think this stuff is legit? Do you think it is just fan-made stuff? If it is true, if all this is true, do you think Knights are too powerful now? Let me know in the bottom of these comments, and I shall gladly reply, and we can have a nice little chat about Knights. Thank you for watching the video, and I shall see you all very, very soon. See you now, and bye-bye.